Hello guys, how are you today? I am back to working on flamingos. Come on, you're so excited about the name, right? I know. You're just could not have done any better. I'm sure that is exactly what you're thinking. And I see something I just messed up on. Now here it is. How big do I want these lots to be? Because if I'm doing what I just did, I'm going to have to move that whole row back. I mean, this would have been nice, but maybe it's not necessary. Let's just go, if we go like so, maybe these are big enough. Oh, I did it. I thought I put it in the wrong area. Then I'm okay. I mean, maybe that's fine. You know what? I think that's going to be good enough. Yeah, we're fine. And I think I have clearly decided that this is my campground here is going to be a kind of a crossbred of what I've seen in Canada and what I've seen in Scotland, because we have both. We don't have the drive-in rent for your caravans. We've got caravans that we supply, which is why they all look the same, and then you can come and rent them for the summer or a weekend or. I did it wrong because I have to do one like that. It's and again, did you catch it? I did. Okay. No. I mean, it's not like I can do the whole project without a problem. That would be no fun at all. I mean, why would I do that? I mean, come on, guys. Now, I'm certain that some of these people probably bring them, but if they are, they're the kind here that I've gone to that you rent by the year. You don't just pull up and say I want to stay for the night. This is a little bit more permanent. Most of the transient people are coming for the tenting, of course. So, whoops! Look, my little puppy just jump in the hedges. It's so cute. Toots adorbs, my little dog. So we will put this one here and remove that last one there in a second. Oops. Well, it doesn't matter. Ooh. Oh, that's right, because I've got these all off-centered by one. I actually did that on purpose. It's true. I know. You're saying, sure you did, lady. But I did. I really, really did. I put these off-center by one, so you weren't directly in front of the other person. Again, that feeling of, a sense of privacy, even when there really isn't any. That you're not just out there, You know what I mean. I know you do. You're fine. Now, we will need certain facilities on hand. I don't think I want one right there. So we're going to tuck them in this back corner. There's a lovely little bridge there, but we're going to put a couple of these like so. And I'm going to have to dig out another one because I don't have enough. Where are you? There you are. Thank you. We'll put a couple of these handy, and we're going to the water thing. Though we can put that. You know what? Where are we going to put these? We put one here. We're going to put one right here. And no, the outhouses have got septic. They're the chemical that get. They're not going into the ground next to the water supply. Is what I'm trying to say. You're just going to have to take my word on that. I promise you that's not the case, okay? Man, as soon as I placed that there, I thought, I can hear the comments already. Because they would have been pretty much they're obviously exactly what I was thinking. Oh, goodness. Like so? Sure. Yeah, we're going to be adding a lot more trees as we go forward, but no, this is a pretty good start to the thing, right? I'm thinking barbecues here for sure. And these will have, I'm sure these have little toilets in them, but they would be more like That's going to be a chemical thing. And there would be a place where you can go and empty those. Which is... Anyway, I'd rather go camping way out in the woods, all alone, and you dig a big hole, right? And if you can get it next to a rock or something, you dig a big hole, and then you prop up a log over it, and you get like a sitting toilet. It's a thing. It works out very well. And then you bury everything. And you can bring, backpack in some of the, well, I'm going to say chemicals, but that's not, it's like a bacteria that you would pour into the hole, and then it just is like almost instant fertilizer, and it's great. And then you bury it all when you're done, and you leave, and it's all good. I think it's probably more fun than walking around with little things of little little wagons of ooze. But I guess, I don't know, I guess it's not that bad. It's what you get used to. I just like being in a bush. Let's be honest. I just like being in the bush. Thank you very much. So we have food places. They can sit outside. They can barbecue. If they want a campfire, we will have a nice big central area where you can go sit around the campfire if you want to. And I see, these lots are not that big, but I'm still thinking about adding a tree, maybe just the little birch trees. They're not too crowded, but like to every one for shade. It still feels like it needs, I'm not leaving them a lot of room to sit and move around, but then you know what, they wouldn't have a lot of room to sit and move around. The ones that you rent by the year would be a lot bigger than this. Well, okay, not a lot bigger than this, but maybe, depending on what you're paying, you, in terms of this game, you would have maybe you'd have another row for a certain price, or you'd end up with a lot that was big enough for at least 2 rows where you could actually fit 2 or 3 of these little trailers on. Some of the trailers people use for this, or caravans, whatever you're calling them, are big. Like, they're big. The relatives I had that used this, they were huge. They were homes, and they were posh homes. Oh my God, they were so beautiful. It was wild. It was pretty cool. It's like, wow, we're going camping. Suffer much? They were really beautiful. And then they planted their flower gardens in, and all the stuff. Like, it's pretty cool. These are pretty neat. But they got out of town, and it was quiet. You're away from town. It's all peaceful and quiet. There's no hubbub and noise, and there's nothing to do except to tend your little garden, wander around under the shade trees, and chat with people. It's nice. It's very good. I can certainly see why they'd. Yeah, let's just grab them from here. I was gonna go pick some up. I know, that one. I used to love going to that one because it was nicer than most people's homes. It was really, really nice. So we could, put a couple of quiet little places to sit. Oh, you sit back here facing away. Yes, let's sit that way. We can stare at your neighbors eating. That's what we want to do right there. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move that. That just seems so rude. Do you mind if I sit here and stare at you eat? It's fine. I'm just resting. This is better. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you can walk along here. We had a few extra trees in front because you can't have too many. Okay, it's starting to leaf up. Even though it's winter, it's starting to feel pretty good here, right? It's getting better. What am I going to do with this massive yew? You are a big tree. Why, yes I am. You know what? We're going to put you right there. just because. Now, I was going to put these little tents here too, but you know what? There's nothing that says they have to be here in the middle of everything. I think I want this space to be green out here. We'll put a place for the kids. I think I want to make the pond a little bigger. There's going to be some stuff around that yet. I think these tents are, where can we put them? There's nothing to say they can't be back along here. Or even in here. Although I didn't really want to go that far with it, but do I want them back here? No, there's a good question. I don't know if I have an answer, but shoot. Well, I mean, sometimes these are just literally tucked in wherever they can find room for them, which feels a little rude, but oh God, I was traveling one time for a few weeks. I was just road tripping all over the US. And see, I got a road coming out here. Ew. And there's another path here, which maybe needs to not be there, but where am I going to put these guys? I was so excited about the new tents. Now I have no idea what to do with them. Yeah, I knew. So I was doing a road trip, so I stopped at this campground one night. I was staying in hotels and sometimes camping. I had a nice big tent and one of those that go up really easy, and it was all good. And it was quite late. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. It was raining. It was really dark, and they sent me off to some back alley place, and it was huge. It was a massive campground. I can't remember if it was out in Colorado or Kansas. I can't remember. Somewhere kind of in the middle of the U.S. anyway. And I put the tent up, and like I said, it was 2 in the morning, so it was pretty quiet. I woke up in the morning, hearing this. It sounded like a big semi truck was coming right at me. So I sit up and I open the back window of the tent. And what I was like right here. There was a fence behind me and the road. And then the road took this really sharp turn. Like these semi trucks, because the crack of dawn, it was coming right at me, and then took this turn like this, really sharp. I'm not kidding. It was like a 90-degree bend, and every truck that went by, I thought I was gonna die. It was terrifying, and the whole ground was rumbling, and it was so loud. Oh my God! So at 2 in the morning on a rainy night, it was a back road. There was no traffic, but in the morning it changed dramatically. Okay, it was horrifying. It's like, okay, I am getting the hell out of here, man. That was good. That whole experience was pretty wild, because I could have put them back here if I had all these trees. I could have just made a little area back here. Damn, I don't know what to do, guys. Or I could move these. I mean, these are just extra flowers. I could take the fence and move it out, and we could have them. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm just going to do that. I'm going to get rid of this stuff, folks. Or at least one row of it, and we'll put these guys over here. Yeah, that one I left. So I get up, and I'm getting, I go to the nearest washroom, which is huge. It was really, really big, and it's packed. This place, I had no idea the night before how big this campground was. It was insane. I think it's the biggest place I've ever been in, and the ladies' washroom was just jam-packed with people and kids, all kinds of kids. And there was these little boys. They were old enough. I think they should have been I'm talking like 9-10-year-olds. And, you're sitting there and you try to go to the washroom. You're having to wait in line. And as soon as you get in, the little blighters are sticking their heads under the door to watch. And it was like, seriously? Where is your mother so I can give her a black eye? It was... Oh man! So I had been planning on having breakfast. I had I put up afterwards, you know, I had gotten the little stove thing out, or it started the barbecue. I guess there was a barbecue on the site, and I had started up the barbecue and all that stuff, and I ended up just going back and saying, yeah, this is not going to happen. I just got dressed, packed up, and left. That's another thing. This place was an experience. I was inside my tent getting dressed, and I guess this ball got thrown at the tent and ripped through something, like through the window. You know, the little, the windows are pretty flimsy little netting sort of thing. It ripped right through it. So I'm sitting here kind of going, oh my God, you jump, you know, and then the kids could just pop their heads in because they wanted to come get their ball. It's like, oh my God, I'm so getting out of here. I was getting dressed. It was a terrible experience. It was not good. It was not good. I'm never doing this again. I mean, most times these places are not like that. It's absolutely fine, but this was not one of them. Oh my gosh. It was pretty traumatizing, I'm just saying. So I left there, went straight to a hotel. I went out for breakfast, and then I traveled that day. And the next night, I went by another big campground. It's like, there's just no way. I want a hotel tonight. Thank you very much. Totally hoteling it. So if we give them how much room? Same as everybody else? Again, I'm looking at trees in the back here, I suppose, guys, but this is not the same as everybody else. This is a lot less room. The joys of camping. But I was getting into some pretty wild places, and a lot of times they're just like that night. I mean, the idea of, a hotel was just not even an option. And I can remember one time in Arizona just trying to find a place to eat. You're just like lost out in the desert, and you couldn't even find a restaurant. You're driving for hours. I literally hadn't eaten all day. You can ask Zen Trigger, for those of you who are in my Discord or show up in chats, when a fellow named Zen Trigger is there, ask him what we ate that day. That was another story. He keeps telling people that traveling with me is an adventure, but you have to not mind living on bread and water. It was actually just crackers and water, so it was even worse, but it was okay. He makes it sound quite interesting, actually. But I had fun. We had a good time. And can't put one there because we got a gate there. So that's absolutely fine. What we can do, however, is like so. Because you never have too many trees. And the little puppy sitting there wagging its tail. It is so cute. Now I'm thinking these are more the campfire kind of guys. Although I don't know about even putting a campfire down here, because I'm actually a little bit worried that they're going to melt the tents, and I'm expecting that that's not what would be a good thing. What I will do is just something like this. There's usually, these places don't usually have hedges, but there would be trees. Like each of the lots would be a little clearing sort of thing with usually there's something between you and everybody else. Like a highway full of semi-trucks. Totally. Yeah. And then, just to have a bit of something in case people want to come. If they want to come and use the gate, then they're going to walk around and go up behind your place. It's good. Usually I wonder if I should move that tree. No. You don't chop down trees, people. Maybe there. And my wee little birches. I wish there were more trees in this game. I really wish there were more trees. Okay, so that, that works out okay. I'm good with this. This is all right. There are the tenting sites over there. We have our little theme area here in case you want to use, which are bigger and you can stand up in them than those. This is our rainy day lodges, so you've got someplace to hang out. Now we need a central spot of some sort, but okay, I'm thinking here. Can you see this? I'm thinking. I wonder if we should have one back here as well. Do you think these? No. I think the guys that are renting these are going for a little more privacy. They've got their own little garden. They don't probably need to have this sort of thing. And I don't think we need this much road anymore. I might put some path down, but yeah, let's just get rid of that. Yeah, I might use the short grass as a path here. Let's try that. Let's try and see what it looks like. Excuse me. And then I can put a fence along that back line with the back there so that we don't have to worry about... do I want this? Do I even want this? You know what? I don't. I don't. Even that's just adding a stripe for no good reason. It's not really... not feeling it, you know? Missed one. Oops, I missed a spot. And it's dark again. Okay, I'm going to shut up and end this one. We will come back in the daylight and have a look at this. We'll finish off our pond, get a little central place going on, and I think flamingos is close to being done. We'll have to plant more trees, do a little decorating. We got to get some flamingos in the place, guys. So until I see you next time, let's live our lives happy and build it beautiful. Bye-bye.